Let me tell you the story of how I ended up making this chest of dye. I wanted to experiment with making fireworks, and the most dye we have is white and red. And honestly, that got boring quite soon. So I tried to make an overview, but there are just so many options. The ones that I just showed you were just normal firework stars, and either in white or in white with a fade to red. And then we can add respectively a burst for the feather, a creeper shaped fireworks for the mob head, a star shaped fireworks for the gold nugget, and a large ball for the fire charge. This is the feather with a burst, the creeper head, the star shape, to me the favorite, the large ball. So this would be the normal recipe, and you can add as many dyes as you wish, but then you can add a glowstone dust for a twinkle, or a diamond for a trail, or even both combined. And if we add a fade to those and turn them into rockets, we have the twinkle, the trail, that's the diamond, and the combination of both. This is quite beautiful, even though, as I said, I got bored by just red and white. And let's experiment a little bit. Let's use lime, yellow, and cyan as the base color, then add the fire charge and the glowstone dust and the diamond. And then as a fade, we add pink, magenta, and purple. And we turn them into rockets. And this is how it looks. That's a million times better than the white and red. Let's wait for nighttime. So it seems this is a science in itself. I already tried a few more things out in creative, and I completely forgot that we can combine different stars into the same rocket. For example, we now have two firework stars in here, both lime yellow primary and then fading to cyan and purple, but we have the large ball and then the star shaped. So let's see how this combines together. Not too much. Maybe we need a different color for the star. Alright, now I have different colors in there. That's a little bit better. So much is possible there, and I think I will experiment a little bit more, and then I'll show you why I'm even doing this. I think I'm ready for a test run. I'm still using the boring rockets, white and red, and they only have flight duration 1, but it should still show the concept. Very nice. Let's do this one more time. You can't really hear the rockets themselves flying, but only the explosion. But that's still nice. Maybe I'll add a few more dispensers on this side so that you can see a little bit more. I wanted to give you a quick view how this redstone looks down below. So we head down here and I poked a hole in here. This is the bottom of our well. And I have a hopper minecart there with an item sorter with diamonds in there. So whenever a diamond goes through here, the comparator signal grows a little bit stronger. It plays the node block just to be sure, and then the signal gets repeated. And here we use some fun redstone. We have a sticky piston with some soul sand here, and we have water source blocks all the way up and then an observer at the top. This observer will see if this turns into a bubble elevator. So once the soul sand expands, the signal is being transported up here. And then we have the individual stations with the dispensers and rockets, as you can see up there. And often I have the same system once more because it's just very quick to go a few blocks up, and we have this observer and the dispenser up here. We got a little bit of a T flip-flop going here, so let me take a button and show this a little bit. This will extend once and then it will only retract on the next signal. Let me try this one with this one. As you can see, in the bottom right also firework launches, and then if I press it again, it retracts. Then we also have a few different ones where we don't have to go up high that much. So for example, here we have the observer just one block above. So we just have a piston with a block there, or this one similarly, just with an observer. And I think it's good I actually added these ladders because now I'm able to refill the rockets from down below and don't have to search for the dispensers all the time from above, which is especially at night very dangerous. I still have not yet added the most diverse rockets, but some that are a little bit nicer. That looks beautiful. I love it. I love it. And I love hiding secrets around this base. I actually hid another secret already. I'm trying to leave behind some hints. And so far I left them in some areas in our base. We need to name our little friend because someone left an awesome suggestion. They suggested to name the axolotl Ask-O-Lotl. I think that's quite nice. Maybe we have a capital L as well. Ask-O-Lotl. I think that's fine. And now let's put him into the well for now. Now his name is Ask-O-Lotl. Hello, friend. I will build you something nice in the future. We will come back to our base later on, but for now I wanted to explore a little bit and look at a few shops, look at a few other people's bases, because I haven't really done that in a video yet. And I think it's just awesome to see that I'm not just playing single player or just with L. I'm actually on a server with other people having crazy and awesome projects going on. I actually headed the wrong direction to where I was going, but then I stumbled upon this, which I think is a collaborative city building project. It's obviously very much work in progress, but it looks awesome already. I love how the street looks. I love the train rails. srt.co. That's so awesome. We should definitely participate in this and add something to the city. This is the area that I wanted to get to first, because this is where we set up our first little camp, and I still have my tough blocks in here. This is just mental. This was our first cave expedition down here, but look at what has happened here. Eagle is a madman. Why? It's the Caves and Cliffs update. We have awesome mountains. Why are you building another one? It looks awesome though. It really looks awesome. And then he has all his farms. The mob farm. I think that's a sugarcane farm, wool farm. Then an iron farm in the skies. Really amazing. And then he also had a village starting over in this area, I think. And a few other people settled down there as well. Let's take a look. I think that's Eagle's house. That's Bucky's, and then we have MX. I do not have a good sense of direction. I knew I was going to get to this area sooner or later in our little tour, but I didn't think it was so close to Eagle's village. What do you guys imagine if you see this area? What do you think this is? With all of these crates, with I think a big hole is going to be here, and a crazy tower. I just can't. Like, this is the dedication, the grind. It's next level. It's just, I'm lost for words. I'm literally lost for words. I think I measured this and it's over 160 blocks tall. This is obviously, and I'm not sure if that's how you say it in English, this is representing Isengard from Lord of the Rings. And it just, the sheer size is daunting. It literally is daunting. I don't know how to handle this. I think it is part of the rendering in 1.18. It doesn't render everything down below and above. And actually I'm sneaking right now, so I'm low enough to see the ground. But if I stop sneaking now, it doesn't render in anymore. That's how tall we are. You can see it nicely here as well where I'm sneaking right now. And this is the area that's not covered up yet. We are now in BP's market town. And this is obviously a village from before. I just said in chat that I'm thinking about building a shop here. And BP is always like chatting from the Discord. Very nice. Welcome, BP. As I mentioned earlier in the season, we don't really have a central shopping district, but we are open for people to build things and having it evolve. I think this is BP's normal private house. And in the same style, he has a bookshop going here, which is very, very nice. I love the interior design that BP does. Simple and beautiful. I think BP was offering to turn this into a market town and have other people build shops as well. So I think we will actually build a small little shop here as our little build for this episode. Let's also take a look here. This is, I think, a bones shop. So nothing that we are too fond of with our wither skeleton farm. And then we have the end shop over here, which also isn't too exciting because I went end raiding a few times and we still have, I think, 2 stacks of Schalke shells. But if we needed more, we could just grab them from here. And I think this one is still work in progress. We also have people adding shops to their nether portals on the nether roof, which is also really nice, I think. It just adds a little bit of character to these portals, which often look a little bit boring. So we also have something to do with ours. This is the work in progress fortress of Tovamisu, I think. I actually helped him recently defend a raid. That's why I got my totem of undying that I do not have anymore because I recently used it up. So I need to get more, and actually someone is selling them, but I think they were out of stock recently. But this is just massive. I also recently visited Creaturish's area. They have also a valley going, but with one open side. And they have this amazing wall going. I just love the details that they put into their build. Like the blood, the bones, and much of it still looks unfinished, as with I think every place and also our base especially. Then you have like these places where he has like a small farm going, and it's just decorated in such beautiful and minute detail. I love it. I think this area was my favorite, with the little pond, with the axolotls, and all of this foliage with the creeper looking out. Amazing. This is just so magical. And then these little scenes. Look at this texturing. This is so creative. Using soul sand with dripstone, with the exposed copper and the wood. That's crazy. Over there with the arrow, that's the portal to BP's market town. And then if we turn around to the right, we have White Fangs Prismarine shop. Something about this I just find so beautiful. I think it's the contrast between this vast nothingness of the nether roof and then these beautiful colors. This color is my favorite, this turquoise cyan color. And I think this just looks amazing. I already have spent quite a few diamonds in here, so I'm not sure I will spend any right now, but I just wanted to share this build as well. My ping? The connection is so bad. What's going on? Let me grab some stuff to build the shop. And I think that's all I need. Since finishing the time lapse, I have, as you can see, added a few things around. Some bushes, some stairs, just some foliage. I'm no expert at it, but I think it turned out quite nicely. Let's head over there and talk a little bit about this, because this whole area has a little bit of a funny topography, I think. With these hills, it's very difficult to actually find a place for the build. But this little, almost like an overhang, just had enough space for my house, for my shop. And then I had to try to make it look nice. This whole village in its generation is a little bit messed up, as you can see here. So I tried incorporating what the village had to offer already. And I added my pathway here. This is still part of the village generation, so maybe we can connect up top later on. And here we just have some stripped spruce logs, some bushes, some lanterns, flowers, sweet berries, whatever you wish. Whatever is your heart's desire, to add some foliage, as I said, no expert, adding some moss around the edge as well. And this is the shop from the inside. Nothing special, nothing fancy. I have actually not yet decided what to sell and at what price. Elle said I should sell something and have it at a higher price than at our base. Let me think about it. For some reason, it didn't really record when I was talking last. So here we go. Instead of telling you what I'm going to do, I'll show you what I did. I added some interior to this shop, and I think it's nice, it's decent. I'm no expert, but I'm happy to learn about this, and I think for my skills, I've come up with something that I'm very happy about. We are selling the bone blocks for 2 diamonds per stack, and we are selling the wither skeleton skulls. In our valley, we are selling a full beacon, I think, for 1 diamond block. So it's going to be a little bit more expensive for an individual one. So 4 diamonds for an individual with a skeleton skull, then 9 diamonds for 3, which is still not the full beacon, so you are still enticed to come to our valley. But then we have a big discount 9 diamond blocks, which is 81 diamonds for half a stack of wither skeleton skulls. I think that's fair. It would be lots and lots of diamonds if we sell all of those, which I don't really believe in. But that's a free 5 wither skeleton skulls compared to the price of 3. Maybe I can think of going down to 8 or 7 diamond blocks. But if someone really needs the wither skeleton skulls, I think they also have the diamonds for it. I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. I was a little bit worried about the color because it's quite the accent in this village, but I think it can evolve into something very diverse and colorful. And that's our shop. Before we finish the episode for today, I actually wanted to show you some parts of these beautiful builds that Elle made. Just a little bit, because on one hand we have the carrots being sold here now. So we are going to use these places to actually sell some stuff and maybe even hide a special deal. If we go around this building, we come to the actual entrance because the rest is the Cactus Farm. And I wanted to show this as well because this is really beautiful, I find. This looks so small and insignificant, but we have a basement with some stuff, and this is actually a hint. This is the hint regarding the well, regarding the fireworks. But then we also have an upstairs area with a beautiful attic that Elle made. All of this is just so fun to explore and hide stuff in. I don't think I've even shown you that I built the second staircase, and Elle is currently working on market stalls. This is going to be our shop area down here. I'm saying it all the time. I'm just so excited about this area, and it's awesome that Elle has been starting with this because we've been putting it off because we're a little bit scared of how this will turn out, but this is amazing. If you have enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like, and I will see you in the next episode.